Want to run faster, jump higher, move with more power? The Sports Recovery and Development Program at Bridges Therapy Group builds speed, strength, agility, and endurance while correcting movement issues that can cause injury. Give your athlete the edge. Schedule an assessment today at srdathlete.com.
Love where you live and play with Lindsay Management. Affordable apartments and golf memberships at 9 and 18-hole courses. Buying or selling? Trust Lindsay and Associates. Serving the community for over 50 years. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
We head out to the golf course for a hole-in-one and our Lindsay Female Player of the Week. And we hear from Fayetteville's Piper Beatty as she looks to leave her mark on the volleyball program. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, and this is Varsity Vibe Today. To Varsity Vibe Today, I'm your host, Alyssa Orange. Great to be with you, and we're going to have some girl power today in our show. Excited to highlight a handful of female athletes around the area doing some work. So let's start it off with our Lewis Automotive opening drive. Looking to upgrade your vehicle? It's the trade-in, trade-out event at Lewis Automotive. Get double the factory warranty, all backed by the Lewis Guarantee, happening now in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Farmington. This is going to take us to the golf course, and a big time shout out to Grace Abruzzese. She hit her first hole-in-one at the Wolverine Classic on Tuesday. Their coach, Lindsay Davis, sending me a text saying that she did it on hole 14, 105 yards, her very first hole-in-one. So congratulations to Grace on that. I'm still looking for my first hole-in-one, so I know how hard that is. A big time shout out and congratulations to her. She did that, by the way, at the Bella Vista Country Club. Sticking with golf, our Lindsay Female Athlete of the Week takes us to Heritage and senior Ava Henshaw. She's coming off a junior season where she was a first-team all-conference selection and a first-team all-state selection. And when I caught up with her in August, she says she's just excited for her senior year to see where her golf game can grow, as well as looking at that next step collegiately, hoping to play on that level as well. But she's also continuing to focus on just growing the game when it comes to females in the sport. And she has seen the impact that it has had over her last handful of years at Heritage. Do you remember the first time you picked up a golf club?
Oh, 100%. I was actually really late to getting into it. I started my freshman year of high school. So I was always very involved in sports, did competitive soccer, played basketball. I have a passion for sports just in general. But then I met the coach and he was like, hey, we're looking for more girls to join the golf team. Never touched a club before, had no idea what I was doing. And he put me out there and I caught the bug. I completely fell in love with the game, and since then it's been you can't catch me off a course. It's every day I'm out there playing. So
You're giving hope to people like me who didn't play either and are trying to get better at it, that there is hope for being a late bloomer in the game of golf. When did you realize not only did you have fun playing, but that you could really take this and run with it if you continued to be steady?
I think it was once I started freshman year was a little all over the place, but obviously that's when I fell in love with it. The scores weren't exactly where it needed to be, but just the people I was playing with, the environment I was in, my coach especially, just everybody around me really had me fall in love with it. And then once I started playing more and I realized, hey, like I would love to do this to more of an extent, just not playing in school, but also playing like in tournaments outside of school and summer tournaments and then also potentially going to college for it. That's when I realized like start to really look into like statistics and where it could go and like what college looks like for golf. And I just realized like, like this would be something I would really love to do like for a longer term if possible, especially with how late I started. I was like, I love this. Like I don't want to give it up until like I start really working. And so I was like, I would love to take this to the further level and like continue it through college and all of that.
What exactly is it about the game of golf that you fell in love with?
So that's always like something that I think about constantly. I think the part about golf where it's an individual sport, obviously you're competing for yourself, but you also have a team. And that's something that like means so much to me. I love having a team. I'm a big like team player. Like that means a lot to me, having that support system around you that kind of becomes that family outside of family.
Mhm.
And so I think I fell in love with it because I had a team, but also I was on my own and I was playing my own sport. And so my outcome was based on what practice I was putting in, and I couldn't go and rely on somebody else. I had to be ready myself and be focused on the sport myself. But at the end of the day, I also had a team that I was practicing with, training with, pushing me. We could qualify as a team for tournaments. And so I think I fell in love with the sport because I had both of those things to work with. And then
Mhm.
also it was just a constant like you never meet a point where it's like you've done it, you're good. It's like one day it's long game that's good and short game that's hard, and then long game that's good and short game that's hard. It just
Yeah.
it alternates, short game, long game, everything goes back and forth. And so I think I fell in love with it because it's like constant work, and I just love that part of it.
Is it fair to ask you what part of your game you love the most?
Oh, definitely. I think that changes week to week, that which I love the most. Currently, it's been driver 110%. It's been the best part of my game recently, and so it just that was what I really had to focus on over this past summer leading up to the season, was just getting that driver down to where I could be like consistent with it and hit it to the distance that I want to hit. And so now that it's falling into place, I'm like, I love this to death. Like I love being able to go up on the tee box and hit my driver.
When you look at how things have gone already this year, for you, you've already seen some success. How are you just feeling with your golf game, your senior year, and all of those things as it gets closer and closer to what your future could look like?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like it's very fair to say going into senior season, there's a ton of nerves. And I know that's for any senior player that's going into it. You know, it's your last season to like show up, prove yourself on what you're capable of and what you've been working for. But I would say going into senior season, it's been great so far. That I have a really good team behind me this year, really good younger players even that just now started that I know like I get a lead and that they look up to me, and I love having them around. That everybody's ethic is just so strong on the team, and so it pushes me to like continue to be a better person and a better leader because I know like I need to lead them up to where they are. And so my senior season, it's been really good so far, and I'm really looking forward to what upcoming tournaments we have. And we get to host state locally this year at a local course, which is awesome. That's always fun. So I've enjoyed it so far.
How do you feel like the game of golf has grown specifically with the women's side of the game, and more younger women, more young girls wanting to play this sport? You mentioned you didn't get into it in your freshman year, but I think if you knew what you know now, you'd have probably played it a lot earlier. But
Oh, 100%.
yeah, so how do you think it's just grown, and the excitement of the game and continuing to be someone, a young upcoming player, as you mentioned, who can help kind of inspire younger girls to play this sport and continue to grow it?
Yes, ma'am. Just like you said, I wish I would have gotten into it sooner. But for me personally, I didn't know any females that played golf, and it was never talked about. And for me, it just seemed like such a men's sport. Like no female was going out on the golf course, and if they were watching their friends play or their boyfriend play. They were like just riding in the cart. And so I always looked at it and I was like, oh, like no, not golf. Like I'll stick to like playing soccer and playing
Mhm.
basketball. And I think when I talk to a lot of younger girls that are starting to get into it, they said the same thing, that they hadn't seen any females playing golf. It just wasn't ever recognized. It always was like swept under the bus. Like it nothing was ever talked about when it comes down to golf for females. And so I think it's grown so much in the past few years, even since my freshman year. My freshman year, my coach was, like I said, he was looking for people. So he came to me and he was like, hey, I just need some athletic girls to join the golf team. Like we don't have enough. And now he like makes the cuts every year on who can't make the team, and like we have to be specific on who we're choosing. And so just that change to know that like we're at the point where we're not begging for girls to come. We're actually like getting to choose what girls look like they're going to work the hardest and have the most potential. And so it's one of those things where just the growing is insane. And when I joined, like we talked about earlier, college wise and scholarship wise, once I realized there were so many girls that didn't play it, how like in need colleges were of college golfers that were females. that really pushed me. And now I know there's a lot of girls following in that footsteps, knowing that that's a route for college they can take, but also it's a sport that like slowly is growing. And obviously there's a side of it where we get to be all feminine, we get to wear like our skirts and our cute tops. And so a lot of girls love it for that. But I think it's just starting to grow and show that like females can also play golf. And the more I go out on the course, the more I see girls show up every day. And it's so exciting to know that like the position that I was in is going to change for girls in a couple of years because it's going to be more common to go out there and see girls out on that course.
Volleyball continues to heat up on the court. Coming up after the break, we're going to catch up with Fayetteville senior Piper Beatty and how she's looking forward to leaving her own mark on this Fayetteville volleyball program.
If you're an athlete that wants to improve your game, maybe improve your 40, jump higher, have better agility, Bridges Therapy Group's Sport Recovery and Development Program can help. They've been helping student athletes reach their highest potential for quite a while now. They've got a team that includes physical therapists, athletic trainers, personal trainers, and occupational therapists. And together, they design individual plans to build speed, explosive power, agility, strength, and endurance. Whether your athlete's returning from rehab or working for a competitive edge, SRD provides the training and guidance to help them succeed. Schedule your athlete's assessment today at srdathlete.com.
Quick Turf is the go-to team for building championship-level sports facilities for public schools, private schools, and the entire school district. They also install beautiful backyard putting greens for homeowners. Known for lifelike, eco-friendly turf, Quick Turf handles everything from design and lighting to drainage and final landscaping. Their all-in-one approach delivers high-performance surfaces for athletes and low-maintenance greens that last for years. With preventative maintenance programs, they keep every field and green looking game day ready. Schedule a free consultation today at quickturf.com. That's QIKturf.com.
Matt Lewis with Lewis Automotive Group, excited to announce our trade-in, trade-up event. During this event, you get thousands extra for your trade value. Plus, it's all backed by the Lewis Guarantee. Double the factory warranty, that's a 10-year, 120,000-mile powertrain, plus you get 1 year worth of maintenance on us. This event's only going on at Lewis Automotive Group and is at all of our locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Farmington.
Could a little extra support help your child shine even brighter? Bridges Therapy Group empowers kids to live their best life with expert pediatric therapy services tailored to their needs. Their team offers occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy, guiding families from the first evaluation to every milestone along the way. Give your child the tools to succeed and shine. Visit btgpeds.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today. That's btgpeds.com.
Love where you live and play with Lindsay Management. Enjoy affordable apartments with community amenities like fitness centers and resort-style pools at select locations. Golf memberships are also available at beautiful 9 and 18-hole courses. Buying or selling a home, commercial, or investment property? Trust Lindsay and Associates, serving the community and bringing great neighbors together for over 50 years. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
Fayetteville volleyball, no stranger to sending talent to the next level. They've had at least 14 players through their program go play at the Division I level. And when you look at the success that this program has had lately under head coach Jessica Phelan, they have won 4 of the last 5 state championships. They didn't win a season ago. And for senior Piper Beatty, who transferred over her junior year from Gravette, adding another year to that state banner that hangs in the gym is something she is focused on before she takes her talents to Missouri.
I feel like for this team, we're just all like one big family now, and just being able to like enjoy my senior season with a team that's not only really good, but like really good people together, like just enjoy it. Enjoy playing volleyball together.
You moved over to Fayetteville from Gravette your junior year. And so what was that transition like, and what went into that decision to make that move?
There were a lot of things that went into that decision. It was mostly, at the end of the day, it was what is going to help me be more successful and better for college and for past college, and just like a chance to grow as a person and as a player. And transition wise, it wasn't too crazy because of how high level club volleyball is, but just like the shift from a 4A school to a 6A school, where everybody there is incredible athletes and all want to play and work hard every time we're in the gym.
What is it during your senior season that you want to work on to get you prepared to head to Mizzou next year?
I think this year I'm just going to focus on being the best leader I can be, because last year I came in and I was like the new girl, but this year it's like, this is my team and I need to be able to be a leader for them, and just being able to take that experience and like take it into college. So yeah.
You can see that full conversation with Piper on this week's Varsity Vibe Stories. Just search for that on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. That is going to do it for Varsity Vibe today. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to our podcast. Make sure to follow us on social media. And if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter. Go to varsityvibearkansas.com and you'll get that newsletter in your inbox twice a week. A special shout out to our sponsors, Lindsay, Lewis Automotive, Bridges Therapy Group, and Quick Turf. I'll see you tomorrow.